Can you guys hear me? This is the book we're reading, When Night Breaks by Julia Messer. I don't know if you guys can see that. There she is. Lost in the shadows. God, how do I escape this endless night? How do I leave these shadows behind? The darkness grips me, tight and real, and every step feels unreal. God, how can I walk free from shame? It grips my soul, too heavy to name. I call again, lost in the shadows. Help me see your hand reaching out to rescue me. God, how can I be free from this guilt? It clings to me, a shadow I cannot shake. I call, lost in the shadows. Reach for me, lift my heart, heal the ache. God, how can I resist the sin I feel? It tempts my mind, it twists what's real. I call, lost in the shadows. Break these chains, lift me beyond what still remains. God, how can I survive this hurt inside? It presses down like night without end. I call, lost in the shadows. Stay close to me, bind up the wounds only you can mend. God, how can I stand against my fear? It whispers lies I cannot hear. I reach to you, lost in the shadows. Take my hand, lead me safely to your promised land. God, where are you in my loneliness? It fills the night a cold emptiness. I call, lost in the shadows. Come near, stay with me and calm my fear. Even here, a faint light grows, a quiet warmth, only your mercy knows. A voice whispers, through chains and despair, child, call my name, I am there. Shame falls away, guilt undone. Sin loses its grip, its power gone. Hurt is held, fear released. Loneliness means your peace. I cannot yet see the road ahead, but I call again, my spirit led. Even lost in the shadows, I reach for you, hoping you will carry me through. All too much. Lately, it feels like too much to bear, like I'm grasping for air. Sorry. Lately, it feels like too much to bear, like I'm grasping for breath in borrowed air. Running on empty, chasing the day, trying to hold faith while I fade away. I miss the mark more than I say, in love that breaks, in words that fray, in ministry where I give and give, but forget the grace I meant to live. In prayer I reach, but feel unheard. My voice gets lost behind the words. In life and school, I just fall behind, trying to keep up with my own mind. Even in friendships, I feel removed, like I'm there, but my place is unproved. Words stumble out, laughter comes late. Every attempt feels like a mistake. Hearts drift past while I reach, and the closeness I crave stays out of reach. I want to belong, to be truly known, but so often I'm left standing alone. It all feels like a list of things undone, a race I lose before it's begun. And I can't help but think sometimes the in it all might just be mine. Maybe I set the bar too high, thinking God's smile is something to buy. Maybe I'm scared he'll see my mess and love me less for my emptiness. Sometimes I beg him to make me more, to fix the cracks, to even the sore. I ask him to wit I ask him to wash me clean again, to erase the places my heart has been. But he doesn't turn when I collapse. He doesn't sigh at my relapse. He meets me there, at the edge of despair, holding me close when no one else is there. Maybe grace was never meant to erase the mess, the weight I can't replace. Maybe it's mercy, deep and wide, that keeps on reaching while I hide. I'm always falling short, it's true, but it keeps showing up, breaking through. Not with anger, not with blame, but with steady love that knows my name. So tonight, when I can't stand tall, when the silence feels like a heavy wall, I'll breathe one prayer, quiet and small. Here I am again, I give it all. Still falling short again and again, still needing grace like oxygen. And maybe this time I'll start to believe falling short is where you meet me. Where love fell silent. I reach for heaven and touch only air. The stars look distant, cold, unaware. My prayers fall heavy, unanswered, unheard, like wings that never learned the word. The nights are long, the days are dim. The songs I knew no longer begin. I whisper faith, but taste despair. I reach for heaven and grasp only air. David wept here. His psalms David wept here, his psalms stained with grief. How long, O Lord, was his only belief? He sang to a sky that would not reply, and still he sang, though he wanted to die. Elijah fled the holy fire, a prophet drained of all desire. It is enough, he breathed to stone. The mountain answered, but but not the throne. Job sat silent, dust in his hair. I cried to you, but you do not hear. My friend spoke, comfort that felt like blame, while heaven looked on, yet never came. Jeremiah cursed the day he was born, wore hope like sackcloth, faith like thorn. You've shut yourself in cloud and flame, he cried, and will not hear my name. And I too stand in the shadow place, where mercy hides its quiet face, where promises flicker and fade mid prayer, and I reach for heaven and find only air. Yet even here a whisper stays, a ghost of light from older days, a knowing deep within the ache that every silence you still take. And there upon that cursed tree, you entered this cold vacancy. The sky went black, the temple tore. Love himself could feel no more. The cry still trembles throughout. The cry still trembles through all time. A holy sorrow, both yours and mine, that you have none. What is what it is to be abandoned, aching, and alone like me. And so when I weep into the empty air, I find you waiting already there. For even you felt this agony, my God, why have you forsaken me?